Hey, Simply Sugar here with the Evening News Rundown. Let's get right to it. So, we are learning that ICE is detaining more and more American citizens. One unfortunate citizen was held for over 24 hours. Now, there is some recourse you can do. You can file a civil rights complaint. We all know with this administration that's probably not going to go anywhere. I would start suing. American citizens need to start suing civilly over these detainments. ICE is not allowed to detain or question an American citizen. You're not allowed to do it. Once an American citizen identifies themselves as citizens and gives you their identification, they're not supposed to hold you or detain you any further. Start suing them. I'm sure you have PTSD. I know I would. I would be frightened, and that's the truth. You know, this kind of thing frightens people, and I think that's what it's meant to do. They want to frighten citizens. That's why this president has initiated or taken control of the National Guard and put Marines in California, and is threatening to use National Guards in all 50 states, especially sanctuary cities such as New York, Los Angeles, California. Well, they're already in Los Angeles, but you get my drift. In other news, Mahmoud Khalil has been released. People like to highlight Palestinian American. He's here now legally, right? He's an American with Palestinian roots, period. He belongs here. He has a right to due process. He has a right to speak his opinion, period. We have freedom of speech here. It does not work just for you. Freedom of speech does not work for one group and not the other. Everyone has a right to their opinion. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also spoke out in a press conference saying that this was lawless, unconstitutional, and dangerous to democracy. Yeah, we all know that, but what are we going to do? I'm all for protesting peacefully, but I also think we need to protest with our dollars. There needs to be some type of strike, and it needs to be more than 5 million. It needs to be 30, 40 million people, and it does not have to be that long. 24 to 48 hours. We know everybody cannot strike. You have mouths to feed. If you don't work, you don't get paid. I understand that. You do not strike, but the people who can should. And I'm betting you there are millions of us who can strike with our dollars. Don't go to work. Don't spend any money. It will cripple this economy, and then it will effectuate change, because they can't beat you into going to work. They can't force companies to fire you. Will firings be a thing? I'm not gonna lie, probably. And that's a calculation that every person individually has to make, in my opinion. And if you feel like you're gonna get fired and your family's gonna go hungry, then don't do it. Let those who can do, and those who can't, sit it out until the next go round. So Iran, Israel, and the U.S. apparently are having back channel talks mediated by Switzerland. I don't know if there's any advancement here. We know the hardline Iran wants to be able to use nuclear power, have their nuclear enrichment power. I don't think that's going away. This is a lot of posturing. There's a lot of money involved here with oil. There's a lot of underlying sub issues that the government doesn't want us to know. I happen to think that this administration is all about money and lining their own pockets. We'll see how this plays out. But Iran also insists that the bombings in Syria and Gaza halt as well. We'll see if that's also a hard line for them as talks continue. Let's all hope for our peaceful outcome. I don't want to see anyone else hurt. I would love these bombings to stop. I would love the people of Gaza to get food and supplies and stop the children from dying from starvation, and I would want all the people who are held, all the Israelis who are held hostage, get released. I just hope for a positive outcome, and maybe I'm being delusional, but I'm going to be Delulu and hope for that for everyone's sake, for the world's sake. In not a surprise news, Tulsi Gabbard backs Trump on Iran nukes, saying that she no longer believes in her own intelligence agencies also. This has to do with being iced out of Trump's sphere and world. She probably thought she was about to get fired, so she's doing everything to save her job. She's, again, lying to the American people, which is a part of the GOP plan and playbook. And people who want to stay in Trump's sphere have to lie. And you have to just let him say and do whatever he wants. Trump's National Guard powers were upheld by a California appeal court, but again, the Attorney General Rob Bonta announced that the state will appeal that decision, and this will go further. This will probably go all the way to the Supreme Court. This is a long video. Thank you for sticking with me. Like, follow, and share if you can. I'm Simply Sugar.